Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is Mehdi. Today we have 10 great cheap fragrances that got me the most compliments in last 1-2 years. Without any further ado, at number 10, Blue Touch by Franck Olivier. In my opinion, this one is one of the best Acqua di Gio inspired fragrances and one of the best alternatives as well in terms of scent profile, price and performance. And for whatever reason, this one is unfortunately very underrated. Smells very high quality to my nose. For 20 bucks, this is very friendly type of fragrance. For example, Oud Touch we have from the same house, which is pretty synthetic, but this one is very rounded and polished like most of famous designer fragrances. Lasts only like 7 to 8 hours plus in terms of longevity, with 2 hours of good projection and sillage. At number 9, from House of Zara, Night Prom 5. Smells like a little bit parfum. It is, or at least let's say it is perfectly unisex. It is not like manly man type of fragrance. In terms of accuracy, I have to say Zara fragrances are great. They can win easily Armaf, Letzafa, Afnan, those Middle Eastern fragrance houses. But in terms of performance, I have to say it cannot compete with those houses. This one here is Cologne of Baccarat Rouge. Smells exactly like 99.9% like Baccarat Rouge. It is crazy how accurate this fragrance is. I'm not that much fan of that DNA, but gets the job done, gets compliments, nothing to do. So this one is one of my most complimented cheapies. Performance is like 4 to 5 hours. It is a bit better in terms of performance compared to most of Zara fragrances. And I can get like average soft type of projection and sillage for first hour. At number 8, from House of Versace, Egra. This one is hands down one of the most accurate colognes of Green Irish Tweed that I have ever smelled. Just done to perfection. I really enjoyed and preferred over several other, let's say, cologne fragrances. For example, compared to Arme of Nuit, definitely I picked this one. Smells very fresh, not that much in the citrusy side. It is like more herbal, green, musky with touch of citruses at the background. Very outstanding type of DNA. If you haven't smelled Green Irish Tweed, it is very different compared to a lot of freshy fragrances out there. I can get 7 to 8 hours plus performance longevity on the skin with like 1-2 hours of average projection and sillage. At number 7, another great job from House of Versace, Aloisam Day, my most favorite Silver Mountain Water cologne fragrance ever. Smells like happiness, like spring in a bottle. It is very fresh, uplifting and full of good memories. Gets muskier at the dry down. It is very friendly, polished and smooth type of fragrance. Has some sort of fermented or rotten vibe at the background. At the top it is a little citrusy, but it is mostly in the curranty or black curranty berryish type of atmosphere. Let's say to this one I can get 8 hours plus longevity on the skin with 2 hours of like loud and transparent cloudy type of projection and sillage. At number 6, from House of Afnan, 9 p.m. one of the best alternatives for King of Sexy Compliments, Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultramol. I have to say it is very close to that fragrance, but not as complex. But for this price, 20 bucks for 100 ml, I cannot have a complaint. Some say this one is a beast mode fragrance. They can get like 10-12 hours plus longevity, but honestly I cannot get more than 8 hours, which is great. Still, it is above average. I get like 8 hours with 2 hours of fair solid projection and sillage. Not a beast mode fragrance, but again I have to say way above average. Gets crazy compliments, especially at the clubbing or outdoor situations. It is a bit too loud for indoors. Now we are at top 5. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, remember to subscribe and support me by your likes. I really appreciate that. Hunter Intense. I believe Armaf did a great job here with mixing two very successful and lady pleaser compliment monster DNAs, Dior Sauvage and Invictus, in one bottle. Scent profile is awesome. You can get both of those fragrances. For example, not as aquatic as Invictus, but definitely that sweetness, that bubblegummy feel is here available, and not as ambroxany as Dior Sauvage or peppery, but still you can get that lavendery DNA. Leans more woody both compared to both those fragrances. Performance is great. I can get like 12 hours plus in terms of longevity. I can hear about performance issues in different batches. You can go with Urban Man Elixir from House of Armaf. That one is almost identical and even better at some points. For example, you can get some Aventus-ish vibe there as well, so you can go buy both of these fragrances. At number 4, from House of Letzafa. Wow, Amiral Oud Intense, such a masterpiece, such a great value for the money. I believe this one is one of those clone or copy fragrances which is way better, to be honest, compared to the real stuff. It is Cologne of Maison Margiela's By the Fireplace, which I really enjoyed that fragrance, but if that one is a fireplace, this one is fire itself. Smells smoky, very wearable, outstanding, nutty and sugary type of sweetness. Atmosphere is on a steroid, very dense and loud type of fragrance. I can get 10 to 12 hours plus longevity on the skin with over 2 hours solid projection and sillage. At number 3, a quality in a bottle, again from House of Afnan. Supremacy, not only intense. Let's be honest, I own over 700 bottles in my collection. It is a lot, and I have smelled and just passed over 1,000. Let's say this juice here is quality, regardless of the name, brand, the country that it came from, and also the presentation. I don't care. The juice inside is quality. Smells something between Aventus and Hacivat. It is more earthy compared to the Aventus. It is closer to Hacivat, let's say, but leans sweeter compared to both of those fragrances. Yeah, this sweetness is more compared to Hacivat and Aventus. It is very concentrated, extrait de parfum. It is like 40% oil concentration, lasts very long on my skin, is 12 hours plus, and I can get 2 to 3 hours solid projection and sillage. At number 2, again from House of Rasasi, Dorech. 15 bucks, 20 bucks maximum for 100 ml. So it is a floral, oriental and spicy fragrance. It is really a loyal type of oriental spicy floral fragrance because rose is here very prominent, a big dose of cumin, and atmosphere fragrance is very oriental and exotic somehow, let's say. About performance, this one is older batch. Also I have newer batches. I can get 12 hours with this one, and with the newer batches like 7-8 hours plus, still above average, with 2 hours of good projection and sillage. One of those sexy compliment monster fragrances in my collection, and my most complimented cheapie ever, hands down, from House of Armaf again, Club the New Intense Man, EDT and EDP. This one is EDP. Right now I can get better performance out of EDP, but I have to say there is not that much big differences in terms of scent profile between EDT, EDP, Pure Parfum, limited edition. You cannot get very big time differences, but they differ in terms of performance. I want to make it clear for you. So why I prefer EDP? Because from the top to the base, it is rounded, it is polished, it is more smooth, and it smells more quality and more expensive, let's say, compared to the EDT. We have not that harshness, which I have no problem with that, but here is something smoother and more expensive, let's say. I can get 8 hours plus in terms of longevity with 2 hours of solid projection and sillage, and I like the smokiness of EDP at the dry down. Take care, guys.